I had a would you rather for past finals MVPs. I wanted to hear your guys' take on who you would take.
All right.
All right. First one, we got 2023 Nikola Jokic, who averaged 30, 14, and 7. Or 2021 Giannis Antetokounmpo, who gave you 35, 13, and 5.
So you're saying playoff? So this is like talking about their playoff run or their season? Like, what are we talking about?
Just the finals.
Just the finals.
Just the finals.
I'm going with Giannis.
So the one against
pretty
the Suns?
easily, bro. You had the block against DeAndre Ayton. You had that lob with Drew Holiday. You know, you had all these. You had a 50-point closeout game. You know, the first championship for Denver too. So credit, but I think that series was a little bit tougher. The Phoenix Suns team, I'll give them a little more credit than the Miami Heat team, even though I think they're even. So I'm gonna go with Giannis here. That was a really good series from him, one of the all-time great ones.
Yeah. Give me Giannis as well. He came back down 0-2, buddy. That was crazy. And they were sitting on the sidelines laughing. I remember this. 50-point game. 50-point game too, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
That was a heartbreak of a lifetime for Devin. Wait, so what's the question?
Oh, God.
Who you taking? Nikola Jokic in 2023 or Giannis in 21? For finals MVP, just strictly off their finals performances.
I just feel like Jokic's is easier. That's why I give it to Giannis.
Yeah. I'll go Giannis in that case.
Yeah,
I still think Giannis played better, honestly.
Yeah, I do.
If it's like season, if it's like season, and like
they have a 50-point closeout game. That's what it comes down to for me.
Yeah,
in a game 6.
Yeah, Giannis went Superman mode, especially going down 0-2. Like it's like knowing the pressure, and especially watching the finals right now, going down 0-2, and think like the odds of you winning a series going down 0-2. Him showing up and then giving you 50s, the blocks, like being locked in is way more respect than what Jokic did, because I do think the Heat were on a fairy tale run. But Jokic took care of business, man, and he gave you.
He was expected to. He was expected to take care of business, though, Hassan. Are we wrong?
Giannis too, no.
Giannis going down 0-2 was like, okay, this dude got to step up right here, right now, or we're losing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he did it.
And he did.
I'm going Giannis too.
What a good series, bro.
Yeah. All right, this one's good. We got 2022 Stephen Curry, my man, first Finals MVP, averaging 31, 6, and 5. Or LeBron's first chip with Miami.
LeBron.
You didn't even know what I'm about to say.
LeBron.
He averaged 28, 10, and 7. So this is the 2011 Bron where he beat OKC.
You mean 2012?
Yeah, 11-12 season.
Yeah, I'm taking LeBron. 12 season LeBron was crazy. So
I don't know. That Curry was being counted out that year. I don't know. This is harder than I think.
Curry had a good series, but I don't think this is even close.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga's LeBron James in the peak of his prime. Like, this is Curry when he's 35.
I feel like he's playing a weaker, like a young, inexperienced OKC team.
Kevin Durant, Westbrook, and Harden first seed.
Okay, Harden wasn't the Harden that we know him to be. He was a six man a year. Westbrook is still young, and KD's like he's MVP, but he hasn't been here before. LeBron has been in the playoffs multiple times.
But everyone was hating on him for losing to the Mavericks that last season. Yeah. You got to remember the type of
this was like type of
pressure shit that was on his name. That shit that was being talked about him back then, bro. And he went out there and dominated the Thunder like it was nothing.
Yeah, Curry was being disrespected. No one thought he was going to be the Celtics.
No one disrespected Curry, bro. He just never got a Finals MVP. No one was disrespecting him. They were
counting him out.
Nobody thought they were going to be that Celtics team. In my opinion, from what I've seen on the internet, people didn't think that.
Oh no, yeah, the Celtics were favored, weren't they?
That's how it was. That's how it
was. It's not the him though. That's why I would say like that. In that context, it's not just Curry. Like it's the team.
Without his 31, we wouldn't have won.
I think Curry.
Of course, you good.
I think
he had a good series. No one's denying.
He was great, yeah. But we've got to say that people were hating on him going into.
Who you comparing him to? Let's just take that.
Didn't think that the Warriors were better than the Celtics.
If I'm comparing like the pressure,
LeBron's team was better though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
they're gonna win.
I don't think so. Like we talk about the role players.
Clay and JP.
Outside of Wade and Bosh, I think the role players on the Warriors were better.
I feel like that level of LeBron was good enough to like take on that team not by himself.
That's why he's the better player in the series.
He's a better player. But I'm talking about the run. Who they're playing.
The run. I think Curry gets.
We're not talking about the run. We're talking about the series, the final series.
Yeah, the run of the series, like the context within the series.
I swear Curry was versing an all-time like the first in the league defense. I don't know if Thunder were first in the league defense.
Cooking Derek White. I don't remember that. He made him go bald. Gabe made him go bald.
Tatum didn't show up either, so like, you know.
Oh well, I mean, well.
Defense.
I guess it depends what you value more, Curry. To be honest.
I'm going Curry too. Non-biased, of course. Non-biased, of course.
Andrew Wiggins had a really good series, bro. Let's not forget they was about to give him the Finals MVP.
Yeah, but he's not Bosch.
They was having
he's
some
not
combos.
Bosch Wade, though.
I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying, like, they had good help too. I think outside of the like I said, the two guys, like we talk about Jordan Poole, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson he had a good series, if I'm not mistaken, in the finals. Like, he wasn't bad like he was.
He played well, but obviously Curry
being Wiggs, Poole, and Klay all played good. And
Curry being a superstar is the reason that they did it, though.
Yeah.
No, for sure. He deserves his final MVP, but I'm just saying 2012 Ron.
Yeah, I mean, young OKC team.
First chip, all that pressure. Like, nigga, Steph had 3 chips already. Like, he didn't.
Let's not
like,
forget
I know he had
Looney boarding up on him. Like,
I know he had his Finals MVP pressure. I know he had his Finals MVP pressure, but he didn't have his nigga. You don't even got a chip, and you 0-2 in the finals. Like,
yeah, I understand it. It's close for me, but yeah, I'm leaning Steph. All right, next one. 2019, bro. 2019 Kawhi, where he averaged 28, 10, and 4, or 2011 Dirk, with the 26, 10, and 2.
Man, give me Dirk. That's not even close. Respectfully,
I think it's Dirk.
Just because of who Kawhi played in the finals. Fucking everyone was dead. Like, respectfully, everybody died. And I'm not saying that he didn't have a good series, but it was a lot easier than people expected it to be. I think if they even just had Klay, it would have been close, and then you could maybe argue it. But
look who Dirk played.
Look at that. If they had KD, then
look who Dirk played.
Yeah, literally.
That big 3.
Yeah, so that's definitely.
I think that's arguably the most impressive championship, like in the finals in NBA history.
Even to this day, we still talk about it as the most impressive title.
You know, like in terms of being like these niggas beat Kobe.
So with Pacers,
you know what I mean? They beat the defending champs. I'm pretty sure they beat the first seed. You know what I mean? Like, they had a hard ass run.
Kawhi's run is pretty crazy too. He had one of the greatest shots in playoff history.
He beat Giannis.
Talking about finals though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about Omari's point. I'm just talking about
Omari. Yeah. No, I get they both had really good runs, but that one, I think that one, they went through some of the hardest teams in history. Like, you know what I mean? Not even just, but they also went against, like, when we talk about the finals, they went up against one of the better teams in history. You know what I mean? I know that it's not on paper because they didn't do much. They lost or whatever, but it's just like going into that, no one even thought they had a chance, really. Like, the Heatles were supposed to be fucking Jesus Christ walking on
not
wood,
one,
you know what I mean?
not two,
not one, not two. Yeah, exactly. So, like, and I'm still frustrated that nigga didn't win that, but you know, it happens.
Find the odds. Rick Carlisle was coach for this team too, huh?
Yep. He know how to do this.
One of the greatest coaches ever, making a resume for it.
I think he had this one season. If he wins the season, if he wins his chip, he's gonna catapult himself up.
100%. Sure. All right, this one.
That's honestly two of the, because he's, I don't want to stay on this too long, but this is also a crazy, like, underdog wise. You know what I mean? Like, these niggas on paper aren't supposed to even be up at all. You know what I mean? And everyone thought it was, a lot of people thought it was 4 or 5.
Yeah. All right, this next one is straight dominance and somebody coming back from a series. So we got 2000 Shaq. Going 38 and 17.
Give me LeBron, bro. Give me LeBron.
Okay, LeBron, 30, 11, and 9. 2016.
In 26. Come on, bro. That's the greatest finals comeback. That might be the greatest comeback in playoff history.
Might be the most dominant.
Finals.
Shaq might have given you the most dominant performance in finals.
No,
history.
Shaq was dominant, but they had Kobe too, and they was running through the whole fucking
38 and 17 though, Bez. And I'm
not arguing. Is that Philly?
Well, what's more impressive to me? What's more impressive?
Yeah. Huh?
Is that the Philly series?
Philly.
Dog, they were down like 30 in the second half, no, or some shit.
Honestly, I'm more impressed with Allen Iverson for taking a singular game off those Lakers than with Shaq of what he did. Respectfully.
38 and 17 is crazy. But yeah, LeBron. Can't argue a 30, 11, and 9. Coming back down 3-1.
Against 73 and 9 Warriors.
Yeah. Context is everything for that series. I honestly think that's the greatest like finals win ever. Because it's never been done before. I don't think it'll ever be done before.
Until it's like 3-0 comeback, it's not going to be beat.